Cowabunga, dude! Hello, Brian the Fanboy here, and today I'm gonna talk about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, my earliest memory of the Ninja Turtles was when I was, I think I was 4 years old and living in the second house I remember living in. And well, it was when my parents bought me a video cassette of an episode of the Ninja Turtles cartoon from the 80s. And I remember watching them more than once, although I never thought on counting how many. And then after I moved into the third house I remember living in America, well, I also, oh yeah, almost forgot. I'll get back to one moment. Yes, I also remember that when I was, when sorry about this. All right, then anyway, yeah, I remember, well, when my mother and I were saying where her side of the family in Peru, when I was 4 years old, I remember one of my uncles got this like small cardboard picture of the Ninja Turtles, and he cut it into different amount of pieces, so we can turn into a puzzle, and I had really fun. And of course, back to the show. Well, yes, I did watch the video cassette many times, or maybe not many times, but it depends. Well, anyway, after I started watching, after I got a TV in my room when I was living in the third house, I remember living in America. Well, I remember watching episodes of the Ninja Turtles cartoon and on weekday afternoons, and this was in the early 90s. And like well, I know I heard some people say that when they were kids they would rush home after school to watch their favorite cartoons, whether it was Tiny Toons, G.I. Joe, some of the holograms. For me, I didn't have the problem with Ninja Turtles because it was always the last cartoon to wear on weekday afternoons, and I would always yeah, change to Nickelodeon, once an episode is over for the day. Oh, and as for the toys, well, I remember the commercial for the toys, and I did have action figures of the Ninja Turtles, as well as let's see, oh yeah, some of the other characters. My first Ninja Turtle action figure was, of course, Michelangelo. It was the spinning one. For Raphael, it was that shelving, where the turtles had, the toys had the shelving where you put this kind of pin thing and make a sound. And even though I couldn't make mine make a sound, it was I didn't have fun because at least I had a Raphael figure. And for Donatello, it was the from the Toy series that was opening up. And for let's see, for Leonardo, it was him in a samurai suit. So yes, each of the turtles action figures I own were from different series. But for me, that didn't matter because at least I had each one. Also had this action figure Splinter, and of course people Rocksteady. And well, oh yeah, as for the TV show, well, the one for the 80s, which I saw in the 90s, because I was born in '86, so yeah, I guess some of the previous episodes had reruns back then. Well, yes. Anyway, let's see, oh yes. Also, when I was watching the cartoon, my favorite character was Raphael. And one of the reasons was probably because he had size, and well, I didn't look for size at the time, but I thought the equipment looked really cool. And let's see, what else? I'm trying to think. Oh yes, and yeah, I guess. Oh yeah, and Yeah, I guess all I can say for Raphael, at least I could think about it at the moment. Well, anyway, as for the cartoon, oh, now I remember. Yes, I liked Raphael because he was like kind of like the rebel and all that stuff. Oh, yeah, now I remember something. Now I know what I was supposed to say. Yes, also because I thought he was a leader. And yeah, I know what you're thinking. That said, Raphael is not. You probably say Raphael is not a leader. Leader is. Well, I know that now, but back then I didn't know. I mean, I guess it might have been the size that made me think he was a leader because I seen swords and nunchucks and sticks before, bow staffs before. Yes, and but anyway, back to the cartoon. Yeah, they watched it a week at the news, but then unfortunately something happened. You see, the Ninja Turtle cartoons from the 80s, well, it was removed from the channel I was watching it on and replaced by Bucky O'Hare. And I wasn't really happy about that. I mean, the one thing that made me look forward to with the news, and but I did eventually saw episode show again. I think one time in the house of a cousin of mine, and of course I did see it oh yes, in Medford. I think it was a Family Channel, but it was so long ago I don't remember. Oh, and oh, as for video games, well, even though I never owned the Ninja Turtle video game before, a cousin of mine did own one for his Super Nintendo, and we would play the game together sometimes. I mean, not every time I went over, but there were days when that happened. I mean, we played different games as well. And he had a Super Nintendo before I did, which of course, I'll talk about that console in another video. Now, let's see. Oh yeah, as for the movies, well, even though I never saw the original trilogy from the 90s, I did see the first two movies on video cassette. As a matter of fact, I even saw the trailer for the 1990 cartoon, and of course, in yes, yeah, and the video cassette I was talking about. And even though I never owned the cassette before, I did saw it in my cousin's house. I mean, the first one as well as the sequel, Secret of Ooze. And I did see a poster for the third movie, even though I never saw it in theaters, I did see it on TV before, not the whole thing. But even though I never owned them on a video cassette when I was growing up, I do own them now on DVD. In fact, I have them right now. I'll show you. Here we go. This right here. Here we have the name Mutant Angels from 1990. And here's the back. And over here's the disc. And the reasons we have there's different sides here is because one side is full screen and the other one is widescreen. For me, I was always big widescreen. I mean, a full screen. And yeah, here's the one for 1991, I think. If you had to use. And yes, this is the one I saw with my cousin back when we were kids. More than once. And let's see here. Oh yes, and here's the disc. And well, did I have a full screen or widescreen option? I think, but I haven't seen it for a while. But I plan to watch it again sometime. And over here we have the third movie. And here is this. And I heard this movie didn't do so well, and yeah, I know it probably was, I heard this one disappointment for the Yellow fans, but well, yeah, even though it might not be the best movie, oh, sorry here, yeah, even though it's not the best movie, it's still a part of the Yellow history. Oh yeah, I forgot about the cartoon series. But hold on, something's here. All right, all right. Well, anyway, yes, about the cartoon, I forgot to mention. Well, when when I became an adult and learned about the cartoon, I learned that yes, that the Ninja Turtle in England it was called Hero Turtles because they thought it was considered too violent for a kids show, and not only that, they wouldn't show Michelangelo's nunchucks because they thought it would be too violent for a kids show. Yet they allowed to show Leonardo katanas and right size, which is more deadlier than nunchucks. So if you live or if you ever live or grew up in, well, if you're from or ever grew up in England, then are confused why we say Ninja Turtles here in America instead of Hero Turtles, the censors in your country are the reason why. So blame them. Now, see what else? Oh yes, sometime after the live action movies, I also saw the show Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation. That was which also featured a fifth turtle called Venus, who was a girl, a female turtle that is. And yes, I know some fans, didn't think highly of her, but for me, I never had a problem with Venus. I mean, I always like it when they add a new characters to a team of superheroes. And yes, I do consider Ninja Turtles superheroes because even though they don't have any powers, they do wear masks and weapons. So besides, a lot of superheroes don't have powers. Now, anything else? Oh yes, the 2003 series. Well, when I first learned about it, I thought, interesting. It's been a while since they made that into the cartoon, and I saw some episodes. Well, and it's very different from the one in the 80s. I mean, it's kind of like how Batman the animated series was differentiated so from the 60s Batman TV show. So or even how the Batman movie from '89 was different from that show as well. And yes, it's a bit more serious and more action. I mean, well, it was a bit more serious taken, but not too serious. I mean, it was still made for kids, and it was made away, because I mean, if like kids in the early 2000s, Ninja Turtles, the 80s one, they're really, really confused with it. But of course, well, anyway, yes. Oh, and of course, there was a time when I did stop watching it, but not because I didn't like it. It just happened. But but sometimes I've seen some episodes from time to time. And of course, I did see the movie, well, that movie special, Turtles Forever, that starred, they had 2003 Turtles meet oh yeah, the 80s Turtles. As a matter of fact, I have that movie on DVD right here. There you go. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles Forever. And here's a disc. Yeah. Now, see what else? Oh yes, that's for the Nickelodeon series. Well, the one from a few years ago, where they have a teenage April and all that stuff. Well, I did see parts of some of the episodes, but I never seen a full episode. But that was because I had work on the weekends and well, work on Saturdays, and I was busy with other stuff, and I was trying to make a schedule which kind of get messed up for watching TV shows online, and legally, of course. Uh, let's see. Yeah, and oh yeah, because I also planning to watch full series every Ninja Turtles TV show someday, which I'll talk a bit more about later on this video. Now, see what else. Oh yes, the Michael Bay movies. I have seen both movies in theaters, and they were the only Ninja Turtles. Oh, I remember now. I just remember. I forgot to talk about TMNT. Yes, yeah, that was one movie. That there was another new adult movies I didn't see in theaters because, well, this was back when I was like, why watch a movie in theaters when you can wait for it to come out on DVD? And I do have it as well. I'll show you this. Oh, I think I must take it out. Hold on a minute. I'll be back. So I couldn't find over there. I'll try the bag again. Oh, it was here the whole time. Yes, here it is. And hold on. And here we have the disc. And like the one from the first movie, has both sides. Or maybe I don't know. Yeah, maybe the full screen widescreen thing. I don't know. I can't be sure. But anyway, yes, that's one I didn't see in theaters as well. Now, back to the Michael Bay movies. Yes, I did see both uh, 2014 Ninja Turtles movies, and yeah, in theater, like the 2014 one, and of course, Other Shadows. And I have both movies on DVD as well. Here we have this one. This is this. And here's the other one, the sequel. So that's the sequel of this. And yes, those are all the new movies on DVD. Oh yeah, now I remember something. Yes, well, when I saw the 2003, well, no, no, back to, sorry, I forgot to mention, well, in the movie, no, not the Mutation TV series, I was confused that, well, I was wondering why everyone was in that show. I mean, she and Venus could have some, fun sister characters, the both girls. And when I saw the 2003 TV series, I was confused why April was, I don't know why she was, maybe she was on the lab assistant or something, but I wonder why she was on a reporter and that was like in the old show. Of course, that was before I did some research on, the history of Ninja Turtles and, the characters. Turns out that in the original comic book series, I think April O'Neil was a like a scientist or something, and she became a reporter in the cartoon series. But she went back to the scientist stuff in the in 2003 series. And well, I know that yeah, and also by she went back to reporting in the Michael Bay series because there was fans who said like the old cartoon knew her as. And I know in the Nickelodeon series, she was a teenager. And then there's also the current one that's also Nickelodeon. I haven't seen it because, but you do plan to watch it someday. Yes, no one because I have a lot of old movies that I mean old TV shows that I'm planning to catch up on since a lot of I never bothered watching them when I was growing up, which I'm planning to watch them. So, oh, here we go again. All right, I got rid of the problem. Yeah, so I also see. Yeah, I think that's all I can say about it. But Yeah, that's all I can think about right now. I mean, this is even though I've been making videos for like this for like over a year or something. Oh yeah, my costume. Now I remember. Yes, I got this costume at Amazon, and the mask and side were also from Amazon. Well, but you all came separate. Yeah, well, I think that's all I can say, and I wish I could say more, but right now I cannot think of anything else. But I guess well anyway, I guess all I can say about Ninja Dolls right now for this video, and I'll see you next time. Besides, I have some pizza rolls waiting in the downstairs. So pizza power.